discover what it is behind your financial wealth struggles. And I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I'll answer the questions for myself so you can get a general idea how it goes. So then the first question is, how do you see money? And for me, when I look at money, I used to think that people who had financial wealth were spoiled, were inconsiderate, didn't take care about anybody else, and took advantage of people. And so I had a lot of negative connotations. So because of that, I had actually developed a fear of success. And, even though I wanted success, I would create these ways of surviving my fear of success. So I would pretend things are hard and make it challenging. And so I could deserve the success that I have, because if I work hard for it, then I deserved it. And then the second question is, how does your family see money? And for me, that was a story about how I grew up, is that, people who had easy money took advantage of other people, took it for granted, didn't value money. And I saw my mom and my father-in-law work really, really hard for their money. And yeah, we did grow up in one of the best neighborhoods in Canada. And we did all go through post-secondary school and all that stuff. But I saw my mom and my stepfather work really hard to earn their money. And for me, I felt like I always had to work hard to earn the money, and all that stuff. And the third question is, how does this story about money carry throughout your life, through all the other relationships? So let's look at the relationship work. So when I go from working hard and with a fear of success, when it comes to work, I always have to constantly be in analysis paralysis, ask a lot of questions, and I tend to be one of the last people to start a project. And then in terms of other relationship is, how does money, or how you see money, carries throughout your relationship with family and friends. And again, for me, this fear of success showed up, and that I have to work hard on it, is when I go meet somebody for the very first time. I have to prompt myself to work hard and to talk to them, because I'm really shy, and usually, stand back and just analyze the person and say, hey, is that person good for me? Is that person's bad? So I'm always I'm again in analysis paralysis. And also when it comes to money, how does you see money show up in your relationship with self-love? For me, my fear of success and needing to work hard, it shows up in a way where I kind of pretend I'm not successful, and I don't get to enjoy the little things that I'm really good at. And I only enjoy them when they're so big that it's just so obvious that there's a big win, like moving to a new country, getting a job that paid me extremely well, that that was way above anybody else who had the same experience that I did. And then, so we talked about work, we talked about family and friends, we talked about self, and how does your money story, relationship money, show up in love? And for me, again, anybody who dated me thought I was hard to get, but that's because I always thought, hey, I had to be friends with a person, which took a long time to build a friendship with me. And so it just felt like a work. I always had to see if that person's right for me, again, all that stuff. And the next question I have is, number 4, is, how do you want to see money? For me, when I come from a in the world of freedom. Money is freedom for me. I feel like the world just splits and it's very magical. And so there was a time when I was affected by the Great Recession. It was really, really hard. And I just got tired of being, angry and just frustrated and always in the mode of this would never happen to me again. And I decided, you know what? I don't want to be there. I'm going to try to be in a new possibility. And the possibility is freedom. So when I came from freedom, I said to myself, hey, what does freedom look like? Freedom looks like I'm going to get a second home. We're going to travel everywhere we want. And I made it happen by actually start negotiating the different types of compensations available out there. And yeah, in 2 years, we bought a second home that cost more than the first one. And then the last question, number 5, is what practice can you put in place to see how you want to view money? So for me, when I came from freedom, I came from a vision of, hey, how do I want freedom to look? And I designed my life from there. So if your story about money that you want to change towards is creativity and fun, how can you bring creativity into your life? And from question 4, when I said, that how you see money is how you see all relationships in your life. So if it's hard, then you see all your relationship in your life is hard. So if you actually are able to fix one area in life, that would fix the rest. So I hope you gained something from this video. And if you like this video, please press the subscribe button. And thanks a lot.